Thursday. It's great to have you all here. I'm going to go to Facebook in just a moment. So Anna Marie, if you would do me a favor, and if you could look to Facebook and help bring questions across, I would appreciate it. And how about if maybe Stella can do it as well, if that's possible. Okay. So today, the brand ambassadors have picked out a color. It's asked by the impossible, which was pick a favorite color or pick a color that you can do many things with, which is, I'm sure, very, very, very difficult. So it was great that so many of them came up with that. There'll be at least 6 today. And I was thinking, if you have something you'd like to see the brand ambassadors do, if you would let us know, that'd be wonderful. They're all phenomenal instructors, phenomenal artists. So getting your ideas as well would be, we'd love that as well. So with that, oh, and tomorrow, Lowell will be the Artist Friday. Lowell is one of our newest brand ambassadors. Lowell, it's going to be great to see you tomorrow. And with that, Letiza, would you like to introduce the first person?
Yes. So
please.
We have
okay. It's me, John.
Yes.
Yeah. One of
So make it easy, make it Giovanni. There you go.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good night for the artists in the world. And today I explain one of my favorite colors is Naples yellow. The Naples yellow is in every my painting, every part of my painting, and it's very versatile color because it's a perfect for base for the landscape, for the urban landscape, for the still life, for the fruit, for the leaf, and try to explain in 5 minutes when use my color is Naples yellow. In this case, I use it with a pen. Okay. And the first thing is a simple sketch. Is one of my best use. Is a base for the fruit. This is an apple for the lighting effect and apply. Oops, sorry. The one red in this case, or with purple, and it's perfect for this effect for the base and create this beautiful shade for the fruit, especially for the peach color. The Naples yellow is very interesting. And another tips is the autumn leaf. Use the Naples yellow in very strong mode and mixing with Bandic brown and perfect combination to create the shade of autumn leaf and create this part of is very, very versatile. Another tips is on the urban landscape. Usually the Naples yellow in Rome, for example, is everywhere, in every facade of, in this part I show it in the photograph. For example, this is today, and is in every part of the Travertino marble, and in Sant'Angelo Castle is all part is a Naples yellow base. And try for the is perfect for the sketching, urban sketching. And I use the selection, for example, mixing with lavender for the little shadow in the sketching, for create a light shadows, green shadows. It's very beautiful things. And another is the stone on the sea landscape. Oops, little zoom. Okay. And apply layer by layer, or in another verse for the dark part, and use the white and mixing with, for example, with one blue is a phthalo blue green shade, little point, and create a very light green apples, and another mixing with the maple yellow in this landscape with, oh, sorry, is my time check. Is another verditer blue for more strong shadows. And the last is 2 tips in the cup. I use in the center when I reproduce in the ceramic mode.
This is a jar, a
This is
ceramic
a
jar.
jar, and apply with, for example, with Queen Pink. And after this, apply more white. In the Naples yellow, inside there are zinc white, and I love this when apply more titanium white for create a very, very light shade. And this color is perfect, for example, or not only in this case, but for the skin, the very shade of skin
Flesh.
and flesh tone. For example, with the blue and with the red, apply and create this very power of skin. It's very, very interesting. Okay. Thank you, John. We're going to another brand ambassador.
Thank you, Giovanni.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Giovanni.
Hello,
Yep.
George.
Hi. So, Giovanni, I loved your use of your Naples yellow. I'm going to the opposite side of the wheel, and I'm going to a purplish color that I love really very much. And this is Moonglow. And Moonglow, I like it because it combines very well with yellows, like my favorite quinacridone gold, and gives beautiful grains, grays, and because of its granulation, it gives some excellent results, very useful for my textures. And I think I use it in all of my shadows. This is mixed media, which is collaged papers and then watercolor. And one of the main colors used in here is Moonglow. So it combines very well with several colors. This is one of the demos I did in my last workshop a few days ago. So I'm going to show something similar to that because one color, just one color like here, can give so many beautiful results depending on how we use it. So the thing is that as it has 3 colors practically in it, red, anthraquin, how you call it, this is a difficult name for me, and then ultramarine, I think, and then it's viridian something, so it gives 3 different colors when used wet in wet. So this is what I mostly like to do with this color. I wet my surface and then I apply the color, Moonglow on the top. I let it flow and create its own magic. Because the thing with it is that it turns into those beautiful reddish and bluish colors like that. I can preserve the lights if I want, like this. I can go darker, always on top. So I can play with the values as well in the painting. And give it, some kind of interesting light coming from the back. And then I can decide for some kind of foreground, which when it is dry, I can work on that foreground once again, and so on. So the thing about it is that as it dries, and I should keep it a little bit inclined so that it still moves, it is that I will get similar results to that. And you see that when it dries, you will have the white of the paper, like in this area, red colors, just one moon glow, just one color, right? Red colors, blue colors, purplish colors, just one color. And then when it dries, I can create something more rigid at the, front area, something like trees. I painted in other demos, houses, things like that. Even Meteor, I think we did a demo of Meteora in this way. So that's what I wanted to show. I don't want to take the time from other brand ambassadors. I love the versatility. I love the way it diffuses into several colors, and it creates so many beautiful effects. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Thank you. We all love Moonglow.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hello, Angela. Hello,
Hi,
Nicholas.
I'm here with Nicolas in France.
Yeah, and start my workshop today.
Okay, anytime you'd like to begin.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yes.
So he chose Nicolas. You know that he is very fond of lunar black, and that's the color he chose. I would have chosen the same. So he can show some of his works that he's done in lunar black or explain about the process.
We don't hear him.
No, póntelo al otro lado.
Just a moment.
Can you hear? Can you hear?
He has to say something.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
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 I don't know why.
What's with my computer?
You have to disable the
Hello?
ear.
Hello, hello. Adesso sto chiudendo il microfono.
Good now.
Is that okay?
Hear you
Say
great.
something. Say something.
Those. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now listen.
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay. Yes. Today I start my workshop in France. So any people all the time ask me about the texture, because this is the magic process about lunar black. It is my favorite color, I think, in my palette, in my box too. Say any people all the time say, Nicolas, you all the time see your works. It's only black and white. No. I have so many colors. But of course, the heart of my palette is the lunar black, of course. And in this moment today, I'm working about one small texture, small texture about process in the water here. And after the change position and start to see some subject, maybe one tree, something, because it's more natural and organic form of the language water. In my first exercise, all the time talking about the process of the water, using soft water. It's like this, not too much texture, but the texture, so very, very, very small texture in this one. I'm using a lot of water. You have now it's so intense line of the water. Specialty for this result. Yeah, many people working today, any space, any workshop. So any people paint 3 and 4 times for recognize this process. And it's a good exercise for today. Good result. So any people who go to home so happy because it's a good result. And sometimes it's just my process. After any time to practice, my result is about this. This different light, different texture, different direction. Depend what you drawing in your work, and of course the people ask question about you using only some black and white. No, I am using something color like blue, for example. It is like lunar blue. Yeah, it's okay. You listen me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
we do.
It's better.
Now better.
Do you use Chinese white with the lunar black? In the one that's all black and white, how are you getting that white movement? Can you hear me?
No, I'm using only water, of course.
Yeah.
And of course black. It's
Just no white at all. No Chinese white in that one.
no. No.
Wow.
Yes,
That's hard to do.
I'm using after, and any process have many process.
Okay.
But the most important color in my palette, of course, is the lunar black. Of course,
Black.
for the texture, for the lines. Like this, for example, have some small subject, but any big space. So depend on what is you using water, what is you using the moment of the paper. So your results are very versatile. Yeah. It's the people all the time say, why? No, and practice like this, for example, this exercise today, and another result. It's more soft process. I have another the same palette. Just a moment. I have one exercise simple here, like this, for example. This is one atmospheric space. Atmospheric space, the big part of the tone of the lunar black with another color, maybe some indigo, some neutral tint, but most important part is the work of the lunar black, And after this, it's possible using, like, for example, this subject, this subject. Yeah, and the beginning is like this. After second, it's like is inside one subject. Like both, like this also it's like different process, but the same palette, only lunar black, and depend on the paper. It's more soft effect, or more organic texture. Yeah, in two pieces, I'm using always lunar black, but depend on the cotton, the paper. It's a graph paper, for this. It's graph paper. This is satin paper, independent of the paper. It's the result of the watercolor in the lunar black. I'm so very happy for enjoy this color.
Beautiful. My lunar black doesn't do that, Nico.
You need his hand.
Of course, this is my tubes
Angela.
to finish
Thank you,
tubes.
Angela. Thank you, Nicholas.
A lot of those.
Very nice.
Great. Thank you, Nico.
Hi, Ethel. May I have a split screen, please? I appreciate that. Nico and Angela, you guys did a great job working live while having tech issues. You guys did great. Thank you. Today,
I think it was the earplugs. Yeah.
you did great. Today, I'd like to share Monte Amiata Natural Sienna. And as you can see, my color chart behind me, I have, Ethel, may I keep the split screen? Is that okay?
Sure.
By the color chart behind me, you can see I have 7 or 8 different natural siennas, and this is the one that I've chosen for my dot card. And the versatility of the color is what I love. I have found that natural siennas has been a core color for more than a decade of my painting. When you look at the fall leaves, let's see if I can get these colors up here. When you look at the fall leaves colors, it works well. I was struggling with spring greens. This is a desaturated yellow, so it's not great for spring greens. But for fall colors, you have a beautiful and wide variety. And here I have mixed the natural sienna Monte Amia with the different greens and blues within my palette. Again, nice desaturated fall colors. And here, just within the blues and pushing the granulation. Again, this granulation is something I'm interested in over and over and over again to, as George said earlier, just see the magic and see it create itself. All right, and then last week you can see I also worked, one of the characteristics of Monte Amiata is its ability to lift. It's not staining, and we worked on that last week. When I'm looking at a color with a wide variety of colors, may I have that split screen again, please, Ethel? And you can see behind me that there is a wide variety of portraits that use Monte Amiata as a base color from a variety of skin tones, light to mid-tone. And even after working in Africa, you can use it as a base tone, which I liked its clarity, its cleanliness, and I do like granulation within a portrait. One of the characteristics that is worthwhile noticing within natural siennas, let's see if we can get this to focus, is when you load the brush really thick with a natural sienna, you can leave really beautiful brush marks. And that's something I'm often looking for in a color. And then, again, something very special and specific that I'm looking for in my color that I love natural sienna for is when you mix natural sienna, so a natural color, with an synthetic color, you get really interesting and unexpected behavior. So here I have a phthalo that it's interacting with, as well as transparent pyrrole and quin coral. And what you get is just beautiful behavior that is a joy to exaggerate and to celebrate. Here you can see the granulation. In the screen, it looks a little muddy, but in real life, it's very clean with the pigments individually separated. And to be able to celebrate the unique behavior of the 2 types of pigments, a natural versus a synthetic, interacting with each other, and this lack of control and being able to exaggerate this rather than fight against it. This is one of the reasons I love my natural siennas. And today we've been talking about natural Monte Amiata. Monte Amiata natural sienna. I'm not going to paint today. I'm going to pass my time on to the other artists that are painting. And thanks for the few moments. Thanks for sharing the joy of this color with me.
Thank you, Anna Marie.
Thank you, Anna Marie.
Thanks, Anna.
Hello, Sabina.
Hello. Hello, all together, and I show you cobalt blue. And why I chose this color. It's in every picture from me. When you see all these shades from cobalt blue and you think about it's in the sky, it's in the water, it's in every landscape, blue, you need blue everywhere. And I love the cobalt blue because it's in the middle range. And when you use all the shades, you can make beautiful pictures. And when you use it with other colors, so you can make fantastic mixes. So with aureolin, you come in a little spring green and you come till to a little bit forest green. That's you become 2 shades of green and maybe more. And here with the quina pink, you come to a very nice violet and a dark violet. And with the quina sienna, I create a warm brown and a winter brown for trees. And I love that mix very much. And here with the lunar violet, I use it in the skies because it's a very delicate gray for stormy skies. And here we go with, this is amazing. Did you see the granulation here? That's bloodstone, genuine. And I love it. It's very stony, you see? It's amazing. It can be a skin. It can be, I love it. And you can use it on a tree. And this is jadeite, genuine. And you can use it with the cobalt blue for tan, for a black forest maybe. And that's cadmium red medium hue. And you see, you come to a very fine and beautiful red that's a little bit more in brown. And that's amazing. And so I show you the pictures. My cobalt blue, and this is gold, green gold, and cobalt blue in the sky, and the gray I make with this fantastic, it's Aussie red gold. And here you see always the mixes with the cobalt and cobalt blue and quina pink. Again, and here in my sketchbook, I work with cobalt blue too. And you see the greens everywhere is a little bit a tip of cobalt blue. And when I go on an island and go lost, so I never forget the cobalt blue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was beautiful. Hello, Rick.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Listen, what a great opportunity. Indigo is the color that I selected today. It is on my dot card. There's so much that can be done with it, but what's interesting is doing a little research and getting the characteristics of the color. That helps me figure out what I can or cannot do with it. Like the color, it's light fast, it's transparent, it's medium staining, and it's non-granulating. So I can mix other colors with this, but today I wanted to just go through a quick process. So if you can go to Daniel Smith Fine Artist Paints, you can find every color that has all the information, which is very, very critical and very helpful, especially not only with artists who've been working for a long time, but for if you're starting new. And also, this chart here just gives you an idea of where indigo is with all these other colors. Very, very interesting and very educational. Now, this was done only with the indigo. And what I wanted to show you is how I created this. And I'm going to move this out of the way and come to this part. In preparing for this, I did some masking. I usually use the Daniel Smith masking, but in this case, I just used tape. And I laid in some washes, some splattering over. This is a nice size piece of paper. Now, there's tape here and there's tape here. Now, this is dried, so it gives me the opportunity to take this real dull X-Acto knife and peel that shape off. That could be a structure. And here is a larger shape, another structure. Now, this is just the basic hard edge. And then along the whole interesting surface, I did a series of just random taping because it creates nice, interesting patterns that I can use to actually give depth, because a lot of the pieces that I do, I like to show from the very foreground all the way up to the sky. But this is some thick paint here. And this is the fun part. What do you do from this perspective after you've laid it in, it's dried? I can go back. I can spray it, just lighten that a little, and just let that paint just bleed into that so that it softens those edges. I still have a light that's here. Now, normally I would take more than 5 minutes of the time that we have here, but this is just a quick illustration of what can be done. Now, with this structure here at the background, if I just lay the brush in and it pushes it back farther. If I want to lift that some, I just take the paper towel. But as you see right now, it's beginning to become a landscape with all these broken planes here. So I like to use like the brush here. And also what I did, this is a more thick indigo mixture, and this is more of a wash here. And I did this on purpose so that way, if I want just to lay in just some, soften these edges, look what it does. Just break that up, which will, it softens that hard edge, but you still have the feeling of the depth there. And with the thicker paint here, too much. With this brush, I can just go back and create some nice tree branches. And maybe there's a tree that goes right in front. Now that's still wet, so that's why it's bleeding. So I should not have done that exactly then, but it doesn't matter because it still has the feeling of a tree coming in front. Now, I use quinacridone gold. Is that like a magic color? And I'm going to see what I can do with a little bit of it here. If I take a mop brush, and again, this is just experimenting with what's here to see where I can take it. Ethel, let me know when my 5 minutes is coming to an end.
Okay.
What?
34 seconds. About 30 seconds left, Rick.
Okay. Boy, time flies.
Go,
But look
go,
what this
go,
big
go,
bag
go.
does. It just creates a nice glow at the back. So 25 seconds, 24 seconds. And this is a challenge in itself. But what I'll do is, after my time is up, I will go back into this and add more colors. And of course, I love this lavender. It's magical too. So I'm going to let it go. See how that lavender just brings that bright color there. And that's also on my dot card too. So I'm going to let it rest here. And thank you for this opportunity. Go to Daniel Smith website and learn all about all the colors so that you have an advantage when you start to paint. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm also a big fan of indigo. But today I think I am the only one who choose green color today. But there are many greens to choose. But if I have to choose one, I would choose Viridian, just because of its high potential of mixing. I think this color really shine when we start to mix it. So one of my favorite combination is to mix with quinacridone magenta. But I think you can choose, you can mix also with azarin crimson or quinacridone rose. Actually, any of those pink red colors, which is transparent. And with this mix, Viridian, quinacridone magenta, with you create like 50-50%, you will get like perfect gray color, like a very neutral gray color. And when we start to shift it to like 75% of Viridian, 25 magenta, you will have like the color which is perfect for painting waters, stones, under the water, or some maybe cold trees, shadows. And when we shift to the right, with more magenta, you will have like the beautiful violet color. It can represent maybe stones, some bricks, and so on. And I think this is my favorite combination. And to go forward, when we add, for example, yellow ochre or burnt sienna, we can create very beautiful shadow for portraits. So this is very unique that in the portrait we have actually green inside this mix here. Viridian with Hansa yellow or any yellow, we will have trees, warm trees. And for people who like to paint cityscapes, we can use Viridian with gray titanium, and you will have like concrete bricks or stones. You can mix Viridian with blues, and you will have also the stone and bricks. Viridian with red, pyro red, for example, here we have brown color, very beautiful for trees. And the same here, if we add a little bit more red, you will have like earthy color. So as you can see, Viridian have very high potential when we mix it. And here I have few of my painting, my postcard. Here I mostly use Viridian and yellows to create water, and we see sand under the water, or Viridian with blues and brown, and we create trees. Here the same with water, with trees, or just Viridian to put on the object which has like very intense, very bright, very chemical color. So like on the boat, here the same on the boat, and also in the shade. And sometimes the whole painting I create with Viridian, and I mix with other colors. And here I have just this quick sketch I have done a few days ago. We have trees, Viridian with some yellows, and we have water, Viridian with some blues. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Beautiful color.
Thanks, man.
Nice coolness to it.
Thank you.
Hi. I chose today a quinacridone. I finally pronounced it very well. Not very well, but
Wait
thank you,
just a second,
John.
baby. Just a second. Just a second. Let me quiet this. Okay.
Let's check whose mic is on. Stella, hang on.
Okay.
Okay, good now.
Okay.
Carry on.
I chose quinacridone because I love their brilliance and they're very light fast. And thank you very, John, for creating them because this is he is the first who did the quinacridones outside of the car industry. Of course, I told him that he opened a Pandora box because now Winsor and Newton do it, Graham do it, and everybody else. I love the versatility of this color. I made some swatches here. This is with Hansa Yellow Light, with quinacridone Violet, with Cobalt and French Ultramarine, with Cascade Green. This color is so beautiful, and it's absolutely permanent in my palette, and especially now when I'm teaching in Croatia in September. This is beautiful color, Italian, warm, bright, beautiful reddish brown for the old world buildings. This is with cobalt teal blue, with carmine and French, and those three colors are actually my most versatile darks, and that is what I'm going to show you. A lot of my darks are done with these three colors, and here is a painting of a lot of mixing with the browns. I love the brown and blue, of course. It's glowing with the blue, and it's you can find this color in all my paintings, in all my greens. Like you see where I mix it. This is absolute my favorite mixer for darks because it's very transparent. So what I do, and this is, I just load my brush with a lot of burnt orange, quinacridone burnt orange, with carmine and a lot of ultramarine blue. And without mixing them, this is a lot of my, you don't see it, of course, here. This is how I create most of my darks. If you take a look, for me, this is incredibly exciting. It's not boring, and when it dries, it keeps the brilliance because of the quinacridone burnt orange. And if I use a little more brown, I will create dark brown. If I put more carmine, I will create a very dark red. If I put more ultramarine, French ultramarine, I will create cooler and darker bluish darks. So this is really my most versatile darks because I like to see the life in the darks and not to be totally the same from one end to the other. Like you see, there is a lot of colors that show in that dark. And the beauty of it's really, you can mix it with any color. And the beauty of quinacridone burnt orange is that when it dries, it's still absolutely brilliant. It doesn't lose its brilliance. It's very light fastness, fast. It's one pigment, and it's a wonderful mixer. So that is the qualities that I really enjoy in this color, and it's absolutely present always in my palette. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you. Hello, Besnick.
Hello, everyone. You hear me?
Hear you fine.
Thanks from everyone for sharing such a beautiful mixes, beautiful colors. So tonight I chose one of my favorite blacks. It's a hematite genuine. I did some swatches. The reason I chose hematite genuine is very easy to do the granulation. It is so similar to lunar families, but I found out that it's a little bit more easier to do the granulation. So here I'm showing the pure hematite genuine. Here I have a mixed 50-50 hematite genuine with coral reef, which is the new color. And I really love it. Thank you so much, John and Catherine, for doing these beautiful colors for us. Another mix is I mixed 50% of hematite genuine with Joan Brilliant number 2, and it gave this beautiful mix. And you see in each of the mixes, you can make beautiful granulations. In here, I have used a magnet. I will show you later. Probably many of you guys know it, but maybe somebody didn't see how you can move the hematite with a magnet. So it creates this beautiful, interesting graphical structures in here and in here, if you can see. Here I have mixed again 50% of hematite genuine with cobalt teal blue, which is another favorite color of mine. I really love this mix. And another one is hematite genuine with cobalt green deep, which is another new color. With this leftover mixes, I did this silhouette of Fermo, which we visited this year together with John, Catherine, and Angela. And I am very grateful for that trip. We really had an amazing time. Not that just the trip, but also Bologna meeting. I really enjoyed time being with all of you guys. In here, I have also used hematite purely. So I will try very fast to show how is the process, how I do the process of mixing of hematite genuine. But now I will mix hematite genuine with tallow yellow green. So I will try to make it 50% of hematite and 50% of tallow yellow green. Usually I only mix and just paint in dry paper. And then I just put a little bit of water and it creates the beautiful granulation. I intentionally chose very simple paper. It's this kind of paper, which is very simple, almost to A4 papers that we use for printing. So you can imagine these colors, how beautiful will look in those nice papers that we are lately using. So here I am mixing this amount more. So I will just do a normal swatch here. Beginning, it looks very normal. I leave it just a little bit dry, but now since we don't have that much time, I will try to do it more faster. And I just dip the normal water. Just the normal water, pure water. And you can already see the reaction, how beautiful it reacts, makes the granulation even looking as a green color. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Do I have time to do another mix? I have here queen red manganese. I would like to mix with a new color.
We have about 30
manganese.
seconds.
Well, okay, so there is no left. But in here, I will add a little bit more of hematite. So you can already see. And maybe I have some time just to play with the magnet. You see how it moves the structure? It creates a beautiful structure, very, very graphical, very nice. but it needs a little bit more drying because otherwise, if it is too wet, it won't stay like this. Is it visible, this movement?
Yes.
Yes, that is fun.
Okay, this is a fun part of doing magnet. I don't find it very like impressive, but it's possible to make another kind of granulations, another kind of structures with a magnet. But only itself, just by putting some water, you see how beautiful it looks. I mean, I really love it. Thank you so much for opportunity to show these mixes.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, John. Okay, my color today will be Hansa Yellow Medium. I live in the tropics, and I found out that when I chose it, all my paintings has a little bit of Hansa Yellow Medium. I consider Hansa Yellow Medium a medium yellow. So, for example, I love to use in my birds as a very high saturation, with high saturation. Okay, so mixing with burnt sienna and transparent fire orange, also to paint feathers. Another subject that I think it's very good to use the Hansa yellow is fruits. Also mixing with hematite, burnt scarlet, and burnt sienna to make texture here in the fruits. And what else? There are many subjects. I love this color because you can use it everywhere. For example, here, you don't see the yellow here, but it's everywhere. It's a neutral color with carbazole violet. I did the background and some of the flowers around here, and of course the leaves. I think it's very, very versatile. And when I give my classes, I like to teach the mixtures and how you can have a reduced palette and do a lot of things and paint a lot of different subjects. I also use in my landscapes as a base. So the Hansa yellow medium is all around here. And then queen rose and the other colors, browns, like burnt sienna and hematite, burnt scarlet, which I use a lot with the Hansa yellow medium. So again, here is more neutral and here is saturated, but it's Hansa yellow medium for the sunflowers and also the sky. Another way that I love painting with Hansa yellow is the greens that we can achieve mixing with French ultramarine, hematite, burnt scarlet, and undersea green. I love it, and I love to lift because the results is very interesting. Everything here is lifting, and on the base is the Hansa yellow medium, very diluted. And here as well, but here I use it cobalt blue with Hansa yellow in a background and undersea green. Here, hematite, burnt scarlet as well. And that's it. It's very versatile to me. Lots of subjects with the same color. And that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Sylvia. Very nice.
Thank you.
So we have all voted all the 10 brand ambassadors. So I hope you like it, John.
Oh, they're fantastic. Maybe we can see, I don't know if we can squeeze everybody on, but we see everybody's work, Ethel.
We
Yes,
try.
we're
We
doing
try.
that now. And Letty can help me add the other spotlights. We're good with time. It's kind of fun to move this way. Sabina is there.
We try.
George.
Now I have finished the. Sorry, John. I have to leave you just for a moment and add Anne Marie. Where's Anne
Anna
Marie?
Marie's there.
Yes.
Oh, Anna Marie's not there.
Yes. Okay. That is.
Okay,
And
there.
And Nicholas is out. I don't know how to add him. Yeah, impossible to add him because we have nine pot.
We are here.
We hear you.
Yes.
Can you see us?
No, there's 9 windows up right now. I don't think we could do
No,
a 10.
no nos ven.
We can do 9 for now, but we see you in the gallery.
Ajá. No sé, bueno, es que.
Metterlo un attimo le mamme.
Nicholas.
Yes.
There.
Yes, right now, yes.
See you now.
No, whatever.
Very
Ooh.
nice. Very nice.
Es que quiero
Thank you,
compartir
John.
galería, pero.
Super.
Eso lo
I see
dejo
Besnick did get his
para
final
que lo
color
ponga.
in for his second granulation.
Hmm.
And Rick's is
So
looking
beautiful.
really nice.
Muy bonito. Sí,
And
gracias.
Sabina's and Min's.
I really love this mix of
Nicholas.
hematite and manganese violet. Very beautiful color, manganese.
Very nice. And Sylvia's and Anna Marie's. God, you all do such beautiful work. While talking and painting in 6 minutes. That's pretty impressive, everyone. Very impressive.
6 minutes, of course.
Well, this is when you make very beautiful colors, John. You are making it very easy for us.
You guys make it very easy for me. And so to everybody watching. So thank all of you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Boy, that's just very beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
you. Thank you,
Thank
all
you.
John,
John,
guys.
Thank you for
thank
the
you.
demonstration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please
Thank you,
join tomorrow with
everyone.
Lowell. Lowell,
See you
Lowell will
all
be the
tomorrow.
feature tomorrow.
See you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye
Bye bye.
now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.